Select the photo you wish to translate into a mosaic. Highlight the selected region in the ratio that you wish to do the mosaic in. We're choosing a format of 2 by 3, which would mean 6 regular plates that are 32 studs wide each. You then reformat your picture into the proper ratio. You'll see here that it's translated into 64 by 96, representing the studs on the plates. You then convert your picture into a grayscale. You can then use your magic wand tool in paint.net with a tolerance set where it's appropriate. You use a shift click in order to highlight all the zones that fit into that tolerance. We're using Lego set 6177, I believe it's bricks and more, and that gives you 9 different colors, and we go down the scale from white through yellow, orange, red, brown, and black for the flesh tones. You may have to fiddle with the tolerance a little bit to get the gradation that you need. You do have to color the background as well so that it doesn't disappear with the mosaic. You can always retool that later or manually once you have your bricks. Now it's important that you save your file as a bitmap that will preserve the data on each of those pixels. And you then need to open a simple program like Microsoft Paint. You have 2 files to create here. One will be a grid overlay, which later you will put onto your mosaic image so you can translate it into page sheets to print. You'll notice that the file size here is 129 by 129 pixels. That's a 4 times scale of your mosaic. This is what you create using Microsoft Paint, and you will later save this then as also a bitmap file, BMP. You just cut and paste once you establish your squares and you fill the box. You'll notice it will create a grid that is 32 by 32. If you're doing a mosaic using the 48 by 48 plates, you'll simply need to do a larger conversion for that. Once you've saved this, you then open the file that you created of the mosaic image from paint.net. And you're actually going to copy this. If you simply stretch it horizontally and vertically, you'll see that the program will adjust the image through a gradient, or it will dither it so that you don't see the interruptions of the pixels. That's not what you want in this case. You're going to copy the picture, and you'll open a new file, and that file ought to be that same proportion, 4 times larger. So you'll see here it's 256 by 384 now. And you'll paste your image, and you'll stretch it to fit. And you'll see you maintain the pixelation while still getting a larger image. And you need to save this again the same way you did the grid, in a bitmap format. You're then going to open paint.net again, and open your old or your new file. Once you've opened your new file, you need to create a second layer, which you're going to use for the grid overlay. You have to open the grid overlay, and then you use a shift-click method again to select all the white space. And you're going to delete that so it's a transparent grid. Now you select the grid as the background, and you do need to merge the two layers down. Once they're glued together, you'll see here that's the next step. You then can Control X to cut that section out, and then you create a new picture, you paste, and there you have it. That's one full grid panel. You'll see I need to fine-tune some of those to get all the colors the same, but it's serviceable. And then once you save each of those grid patterns together, you create your entire mosaic. And then you print those. You can print them as a full screen. You'll see here the kids are involved in putting those together from those patterns. It's not quite as easy as it might look. This did take about an hour and a half to do, I believe 4 panels. You'll see the crowd dwindles as they get kind of bored, the younger ones. It took about 20 hours to put the mosaic together. We used 30 panels. When purchasing the Lego Bricks and More set 6177, expect to pay about $30 per box, and expect to use, I believe it's 2 boxes for every 3 panels. It is a little short on the brown and on the orange, so you might have to supplement some of that with Bricklink purchases. You can see a transition in just a moment from up close to far away on one of the panels. And the finished piece will come up in just a second. And there it is, as it hangs on the wall now. Once again, this is the brick set you should look for. It does give you 9 different colors and quantity. And if you're having a hard time doing it yourself, you can always order from Sean Kenny's website. He's tremendous. Thanks for watching.
Less mess, improved play, compact storage, Brick Crate.